Hey guys, what's going on? Today I'm talking Tyro 119. Now, this is similar to the 129 in that it's a bigger build. This is a 6-inch drone, 6-inch props, and you see that right there? That's GPS. So, yeah, you can build a GPS drone for under $120. That is something. Look at this. Put it together. Now, I've done an entire build video, so if you want to check that out, you can. I'm not going to walk through that here. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about this drone, and you kind of decide if it's the right one for you. Stay tuned. All right, real quick, let's talk about some of the things that I like about this drone, and we're going to get it up in the air, and you can see it flying. One, I like these motors. These big, beefy 2407s do a nice job of pushing these 6-inch props, right? And if you're not sure what the big deal is, 6-inch props, are they really any bit bigger? Yeah, look at that, right? That's my 5-inch. Right, that's a 5-inch prop. We're looking at my DJI built quad here. But yeah, 6 inches definitely a little bit bigger. But really kind of the thing that sets this apart is really the low cost and that GPS unit on top. Now, a lot of people don't think that FPV drones and GPS go together. Well, they can, and it's not just like a return to home safety feature. It can be used for that, but you'll also be able to get important data from the drone that you couldn't otherwise. Things like, more accurate position. Obviously, GPS does that, but also things like speed and, other location important data. But yeah, I like it. Let's get it out in the field and you can see it in action.
Okay, so we got the Tyro 119 up in the air, and as you can see, we got some snow on the ground, so I'm not really going to push it too much, but I want to point out a few things. Now, I'm starting out here in angle mode, and it was just acting a little bit goofy. Usually I like to start that way, but you'll see as soon as I switch it into acro mode, it's just much easier to fly. Things get smoother. There we go. Flip the switch right there, and now we're good, right? I think I just probably had to calibrate the gyro. Should have done that, but didn't before I took off. You'll notice a couple of things that are different in the OSD. Now, I turned these features on. In the upper right-hand corner, you'll see that little arrow and then a number with an M, right? That's the distance and the direction from my takeoff point, right? My home point. So you can see that I'm about 28 meters, 30 meters, 40 meters away from home, and it's showing me which direction I took off from, so that if I was to fail-safe, it's going to fly back to that spot. Now you can set up, if it flies up or down, or how it responds, and exactly goes back to that point. Now, just under the distance, you see numbers with a K. That's knots. That's airspeed. And I noticed that I think I got up to like 69 knots. That's almost 80 miles an hour. Now, I was not really pushing this quad, but it can move, right? I'm flying on a 4S battery. So keep that in mind. Yeah, could this hit 100 miles an hour? I wouldn't doubt it. That's not my style. I'm not a racer, but maybe you are. Again, I don't know that this is really a racing drone per se, but it is a fun FPV flyer. You can see this is the footage coming from the camera on board, right? I'm not running a run cam or anything like that. This is just the standard Caddx, what is that? The Turbo. It's a 1200 TVL line camera. Really a pretty nice picture, and the VTX pretty darn powerful, so you can see I'm not getting a ton of breakup. So really everything here is pretty solid, pretty good. Other things you see in the OSD, I've got number of satellites, 13. You do have to wait for it to get, I think, 9 or 10 satellites before you can actually take off. That's kind of a safety feature. And then below that, you can see the RSSI. I'm using an XM Plus receiver, which, that does the trick. Now, if I was really going to be serious about this quad, I'd probably put Crossfire or an RM9 on there. And, I think this just really makes a nice long-range quad, right? Just kind of take it and cruise. That's kind of what I'm doing here. This is mostly a cruising flight. Now, yeah, I'm doing some flips and some rolls just because well, it's fun, and I want to make sure that it can do that. But yeah, overall, I was quite pleased with how this thing performed. $120 for a GPS drone. It's a freaking steal. Yeah, I'd jump on this. If you're thinking about building a drone, I do really like the Tyro series for building drones. They're great value. The 129, I turned the 79 into a Whoop. I wasn't a big fan of the toothpick, the 69, although I believe they're coming out with a new toothpick, so I'll check that out. Anyway, hey, thanks for watching. Let us know what you think, and click that subscribe button below. Good luck and happy flying.